Love is everything.
The boy is mine.
Shoulder to cry on. If that's a fact, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. If all you need is time, oh yeah. I want to tell more if I could be the kind of girl that's we could be tried for. 'Cause the kind of girl that's we could be tried for. 'Cause the kind of girl that's we could be tried for.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, everybody. How are you? I hope everyone is having an awesome day today. I hope everyone's having an awesome, wonderful, and beautiful day. Go ahead, hit the like button for me if you don't mind. If you do mind, well, that's okay because I can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. Okay. All I can do is ask. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to the Discord. Good morning to everyone who's checked in this morning. Any and everywhere. If you dropped a comment, gave me a like on Instagram, Facebook, anything. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Guys, I hope y'all had a good evening. I did. I watched a couple of things and got myself caught up on what I like to watch on TV. Hey Pine. Hey, good morning, sis. How are you? Good morning. Let's see who the gang stars are. Good morning. Who's the stars? Hey Victoria. Hey Boo. Hi Dovely. Hi Natalie. Good morning, ladies. Hey gang stars. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You win. You win. That trophy right there, that's for you, sis. That's for you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Double H. Hi, Journal Girl. Hey, V. V, you asked me for I think you did, if I'm not mistaken, a updated skincare routine. And I got it out there for you, sis. Okay. So yeah, guys, so much going on. Let's see, V, double star diva. I don't know if I just can't see this morning because I'm sleepy. I got woken up a couple of times by the dogs and I didn't get enough sleep like times 2 nights in a row now. And I'm super tired. So I'm hoping I'm going to get some tonight, maybe, if the dogs don't wake me up. They just at an odd hour. I guess we're, you can get your dog, you can get, they can get used to different schedules, right? So anyway, we're just gonna have to kind of rework this thing because this week all of a sudden it's wake me up in the middle of the night. Anyway, D Rut, good morning. Vicious Virgo, good morning. Pure Intentions, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Pineapples, hey boo. Good morning. Me oh my. Um, good morning to everybody. If I miss you, my eyes are challenged this morning. Key, hey boo boo, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. I hope I'm not skipping. Ivy, good morning, sis. Good morning. India, India, not India. So basically, India with a Y, not a I. Okay, period. If you didn't catch it, yes, no I, it's a Y. Okay. Ketcha, good morning, sis. How are you? Mastermind, hey sis, good morning. Hi, Miss Tay. Hey boo, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. If you're not, I mean, it's a choice. So it's you just don't want one, okay? That might just be the case. So don't blame anybody else. If you are choosing to not have a good day today, that's your choice, okay? Just keep in mind you are in control, okay? So interesting stuff going on, guys. Of course, we know that renovations are still going on over to Camel Toe Road, and it's looking very desperado. It might be done. Who knows? I just remember when you get a bathroom, when they finish the bathroom, like grouting, tiling, setting the toilet, I think sometimes they want a little bit of a time where just let everything set. But who knows, girl? Who knows when these people are moving out their house, when they're going over there to the housewarming? I just know those toilets better be working. And to me, it's weird, like to have a house that is just done. And depending on how many people these guys know, which I could imagine that they know a fair amount of people between family friends, um, having that toilet be flushed over and over and over and over and over again, brand new toilet with untested pipe, uh, not piping, but plumbing. Because keep in mind, I guess I'm just jumping right in. Keep in mind, these people have not lived in this house yet. And let's take a step back because I've heard a lot of questions on the YouTube streets about this whole entire thing. And not that I have all the answers, but I've been watching the videos. So let's see if we can talk through some of these. If you guys have questions, let's bubble them up. But it's time right now for Love and Renovations. Make it make dollars and cents, guys. Okay. And we have the infamous, what are they called? Is it Swiss Madison? Girl, it's Swiss something toilets. Swiss Swiss Madison, girl, the infamous Swiss Madison toilets, okay? Yes. And if you well, I'm not going to catch them during this broadcast right now, but I did put a post up on Instagram if you guys have questions for me that maybe I can answer. I don't know if I can answer them or not, but we'll see. Um so let's start with what's been done. We've talked about it a lot, and I talked about it over at Ty Cherie's the other day. um I know people are not seeing a lot done, but I think that there has been a lot done. We see new floors. Keep in mind there weren't no floors, they had to rip up floors. So we saw a lot of demolishing and deconstructing and ripping out of perfectly good things that were used to other people, but I guess, she didn't want to have like that existing shower. Keep in mind, a wall was taken down, gas lines were moved, appliances have been moved, so a lot of taking out of things, right? And now it's a lot of putting of things back, purchasing of things. So floors were removed, there was wall removed, there were 4 bathrooms taken apart. A master bathroom was totally demolished. Master bathroom. 2 full bathrooms upstairs, a powder room downstairs. A kitchen was demolished. So when people are like, where did the money go? She spent a lot of money in tearing apart the house and probably hauling away all that shit. Floors, bathtubs. Don't forget, she got all new bathtubs, all new shower fixtures, all new flooring. They bought sheetrock up in there. She tore out custom built bookcases in her bedroom and put in shiplap, aka shiplap. Um, she's taken out all of the trim, all of the baseboards, all of the finishings. She was trying to take out crown molding in the kitchen. Girl, what's been done? The tear down and the rip apart. Okay, that's what's been done. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Anisha. Hey, pure intentions. I think I said hi, good morning. That's what's been done, right? Um, at the stoplight. Okay, be careful, sis. Drive carefully. Just have us on and just drive. Live, laugh, love. Good morning, sis. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So that's my lame street observation. There's been a lot done, but it was the transformation of one house to another house. Can we talk about when Keesha closed on the house? Do you not remember the initial walkthrough? I think I shared it yesterday. I don't think that she'd really been to that house maybe once or twice. I'm not gonna say she bought the house sight unseen, but didn't it seem a little bit to you like she hadn't even seen the house? Do you guys not remember that? When she bought that house, she was kind of a little bit like, ew. I don't know if Keesha grew up at the Taj Mahal. I have no idea. But when she walked in that house for the first time, she didn't seem to remember a lot about the house. Now, I can attest to that because when I was looking for a house, I looked at many houses and sometimes you don't remember, but that's the beauty of recording. That way you can see like, oh yeah, I remember that house now. Um Certainly before I come back from the closing, but when she did the tour, it was like they didn't remember anything. And didn't you go there right after you closed? But it just didn't seem like they remember. I could see new toilets, maybe even new cabinets. Girl, look, it's too late now. We're just here for the ride and the show. And we know what the good news is, Bama girl. Girl, we didn't have to pay for none of it. Do you hear me? Keesha is providing us nonstop entertainment, and I am here for it. Do you hear me? Especially in the basement. Didn't know where the light switches were. Light switches, what was around the next corner, nothing. I get the impression that her real estate agent called her and said, look, it's in a great location. It's for a good price in a neighborhood with a house. If it were done, you couldn't get into because your real estate agent should have conversations with you like that, right? Your real estate agent knows what you can afford. They know what you've been approved for, and they may not know everything in your pockets, but they should know and be able to tell you, isn't that out your price range or whatever, with all due respect, right? It's possible that the lady called her up and said, look, this has been on the market. We can go try and go low, get a good deal because these folks have moved on and they're already in their other house. Like clearly, because I mean, look at it this way. When people have to sell to buy, and I'm not saying that from a demeaning standpoint because I had to sell to buy. I had a house that I needed to sell and use those proceeds so I didn't have to liquidate anything else, right? It makes sense. But if you've got deep, deep pockets, maybe you've paid off your house, maybe you've got, whatever you've got, and you decide to move on and liquidate funds out of your accounts or whatever you've got, and you can secure a new house without selling the old house, like plenty of people do, because buying and selling simultaneously is a beast. And I can tell you from I've done it. Now, it appears that that house was already empty. The people had already moved on. So, once upon a time that was a very nice home, and it will be a nice home again one day. Um However, those people had already left. So it's quite possible, with the house being on the market for a month, either the house was too high, too many problems, or both, right? So they must have come in and got a deal. We don't know what the initial listing was. I mean, I'm sure someone out there could do the research. I'm not interested, but I'm sure that they had to have got. What house is on the market for a month? There's no, I'm telling you, you could list a shack, and if it's priced right, it's selling that afternoon. Houses in inventory right now are gold, platinum, diamonds, even. Okay. So, especially if it's for a good price. So, it's sitting there for 30 days, coming off the tail end of the pandemic in the city, in a sought after neighborhood. And I don't know if that's the case or not, but I would imagine if it's in the city, somebody wants to live there, right? So, long story short, what I'm saying is this. Um it clearly had some problems, but they might have gotten it for a steal, and that's why they came in knowing that they were going to do stuff. I don't think Keisha was even paying attention to the details. I think that real estate agent told her, hey, you can do something with this. And Jeremy is checked the fuck out. He's whatever Keisha says. I'm not going to say whatever Keisha says goes, but if he doesn't care much about it, it's up to her. You know what I'm saying? It really did, because she didn't seem familiar with it at all. The one you fall in love with. Yeah, like if she was in love with the house, I'm sure she liked it enough. Like, to me, the house appears on video to be nice and spacious enough, but not way too big. Um you can come from the family bedroom side, cross over to where maybe that's going to be a guest suite or something. Walk downstairs, you can see both sides of the house. I mean, she's given us the complete floor plan. We can see everything, right? You can see to the door, you can see to the living room. It's a very easy house that if you hear a noise, you can kind of like, what's going on down there? Now, the basement, that's a whole nother story. Um, so anyway, that's a whole nother story. But it seems to be a spacious enough home, but definitely you can see everything, which is kind of nice. But you know what I mean? Again, I don't have to live there. That's not my house. But yeah, I don't think she was very familiar with that home. I think real estate agent extraordinaire saw it and said, ooh, call Keisha. This is up your alley. I can get it for you, and secured the bag. Let's see what you see, V. Brokisha copied Nadira Ali's concept, and the difference between Nadira is she has a working husband with money. Yes. Um, Look, buying a fixer upper, look, there's always going to be someone who seems like they were the first to do it, but you're probably not the first. You might be the first in a sector, or the first in a group or something. You're not going to be the first. You're not going to be the last, but I get it. There are copycats out here, period. There is the whole copy paste life going on, because there are people who don't have creative bones in their bodies. Even if someone put a creative bone in their body, it still wouldn't be real. You know what I'm saying? Still wouldn't be theirs. It would be someone else's, or something that was copy pasted, right? But yes, Keisha above copy paste? I don't know her like that, but word on the street is no. This house is probably the best house minus this scam Airbnb that she has lived in. Oh, a scam Airbnb. I don't know anything about that. Is that the house that they lived in when it was kind of like Family Matters or something? Whatever that was, when they were doing their own version of Family Matters. Um, so that's just my hypothesis. I really don't think that she was. I think, again, for the third time, maybe I'm saying this, I think Homegirl called her and said, I got a steal for you and it's in the city. Let's jump on it. Let's put in an offer because you guys can fix this up. You want to fix it up anyway. Like, bitch, I can't find nothing that you want. So you're gonna have to make it into what you want if you need to secure this bag. I agree because she appeared to be so surprised. Yeah, every corner she turned was not familiar. Like it wasn't any of the, oh my God, yeah, I love this. I love the separate pantry. They knew little to nothing about the home. Um, Completely copycatting. I gotta go check out Nadira. I will. I'm planning furniture for my new build and will be done next June. Yeah, it takes a minute, not to mention ordering furniture. I mean, I gave up on getting what I wanted for a sectional. Luckily we had enough furniture that we could do downstairs and upstairs in the family room. However, it's not necessarily what we wanted, but now that things are able to be ordered, but the supply chain is still fucked up. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're trying to get something, you guys already know that unless it's in stock, unless it's here, if you want something special, if you want that color that they don't keep in stock but is available, yeah, it's going to take maybe 6 months. They may say 6 months, it may come in 2. They may surprise you, but they're going to give you the long and not the short of it because they don't want you calling over to the warehouse every 5 minutes because that's what everybody's doing, right? Hey, Kitten Zombie, good morning. Good morning to everyone coming in. Bama Girl, good morning, sis. Um, Everyone hit the like button for me. Moving in silence, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Erica, good morning. When I say I learned what not to do when it's time to buy a house, yet what not to do is tear it apart. If you want to build a house, then just build a house. But this woman went into a very expensive project. And I mean, look, I'm going to say, you know what? I mean, look, if she can carry it off, girl, you carried it off. I'm going to say that because that was crazy. And one day this week, maybe this weekend, we'll look at the reactions that we did already. Maybe I'll just repost them as premieres or something and we can just talk about them in the comments, or we can react to maybe the funniest of them all or whichever one, you know, well, I'll figure it out. But there were at least a couple videos when she bought the house and the first tour of the house. And I think I posted one, if not both of them. One was a member video, which is still in members, and then the other one, and then I feel like there should be another one, but I just didn't have time to look yesterday. I was busy, but I'll find. Okay. Um, Anyway, hey, is it Niche? Niche Monet, good morning. Niche or Nesh, but either way, Monet, bonjour, sis. Good morning. Um, let's see. Oh, the realtor, Kira, set her up. I don't think it's a bad house, actually. I mean, I think the house, I mean, I said this when she first got it. I don't have a problem with the house because number one, I don't have to live there. Number two, I'm not paying for it. And number three, girl, is this not fun? What would have been more exciting? What would have been better? Like she got a move in ready and was just buying ugly furniture right now. What will we have to talk about? Keisha gave the reaction community, this reactor specifically, girl, she gave me some. Keisha, thank you for giving me something to react to, boo boo. Girl, thank you. These shenanigans, girl, I've enjoyed it very much. Thank you. Thank you. And it's lessons. It's girl, it fits right into fair use because guess what? This commentary is for criticism and we've been, right? We've been critical. It's been entertainment and some of y'all have learned some lessons on what not to do, right? That's the beauty of this whole thing, right? We can learn from sis, okay? So yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Let's see. Nina, she was sold a dream. It's expensive, and at the end of the day, when your subscriber count is slipping, and it doesn't matter the subscriber count, it's the watch time that pays. However, it is a predictor um of potential, and with falling numbers, let's put it that way, whether it be watch time um and or subscribership, um that might be why the budget isn't just kind of blank checkity check anymore. Hey Vicky Sweets, good morning sis. um let's see, saying good morning. Okay, this house wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. They just didn't have a plan. So this is my impression. She met the Middle Eastern guy, which I'm saying he's Middle Eastern, but he sounded Middle Eastern to me. Okay. Um, Good morning, LOL. Thank you, Boo Boo. Thank you, new member. Thank you, Boo Boo, making it official. I'm gonna bubble that up in just a second. I'm trying to stay with the comments, but LOL, thank you, sis. Thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate that. Okay. So yes, it wasn't that bad. So the Middle Eastern guy was there, and I think he was talking way too much. And see, the beauty of having a professional construction company, not saying Mr. Ray is not professional, but the fact that he started and Keesha was live, or not, I keep saying live, but Keesha was on her camera saying, guys, and she gave them the key. And she gets a phone call while she's recording for us and says that they just got there and they're starting the demolition. That's a problem, because you should have had some sort of a project plan where it was spelled out into the budget what was getting ready to be done. 4 bathrooms, 4 guys, 4. A master large, I'm going to say luxury suite. Some of you guys might be spitting out your coffee right now, but a master large luxury suite, 2 full bathrooms, like regular ass full. So a Jack and Jill doors. So a door to the hallway, a door to the bedroom, then a ensuite bathroom, master bathroom. So that's 3 full bathrooms upstairs, including an extra large one that she wanted, you know, higher end upfittings. Okay. New bathtubs, new fixtures, vanities, toilets, flooring, and painting in everything. Not to mention retrofitting plumbing, because you had to have the Swiss Madison toilets, which Swiss Madison toilets are not that expensive. But when you're looking at a regular ass toilet that might be less than $200, I did see these toilets on Wayfair. These toilets can run, I mean, they can run over $600, $800. It just depends on what she got. These toilets can also run $200. So upwards of 200. So in the $200 to $300 neighborhood, right? So it's not like they're made out of fucking gold, but they are nonetheless a little more expensive than a regular toilet. They could have moved in a renovated and a piece of a house and done a piece of the house at a time. They could have moved in and renovated a piece of the house at a time. Great call out. Guys, Vicky Sweets says good morning to everyone. Everyone say, hey Vicky, hey, hola, hola sis. Buongiorno and bonjour. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Bama girl, it was nice if she would have just did a smaller renovation, like changing toilets and sinks. Yeah, but you know what? Isn't this more funner to talk about? Because Keesha is basically the YouTube streets Calamity Jane, and everything bad always happens to Keesha, right? So this fits in with Keesha's aesthetic, right? Because what would Keesha be doing if everything happened just perfect for Keesha, right? Keesha has to make a decision that she wants things to go right when things seem to always happen to, comedically go wrong. So I'm just saying, girl, this is her MO. Okay. Right. I didn't see anything that bad with the house. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, but she wants a very specific aesthetic because maybe she's planning this as her YouTube studio of the future. As I sip my coffee, big hello to everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. The Family Matters house. Okay. Cuz guys, I hadn't been watching since the beginning, so sometimes I will get caught up. So SV, I guess that house was a Airbnb. Damn, this girl is so matrix. Okay. So were they supposed to have owned that house or something, or was it supposed to be, guys, I don't care what anyone says, a rent to own is not buying. You guys might be mad at me for saying that, but when you have a deed and you can claim on your taxes not just office space, but you can claim the house for the property tax and for the mortgage interest and all of that. When you've got the rights, when you have someone come over to the house and they don't ask you, did you check with the homeowner to make sure it's okay for me to do this, that, and the third? That's when you know that you own the house. Okay. That's so if it was an Airbnb, girl, that's definitely not your house. It's barely a leased house. I bought a fixer upper and used professionals, budgets, and someone designed my bathroom and helped. That's called moolah, baby. That's called organized, being a good steward of your fiduciary responsibilities to your household. Um, I just think that Mr. Ray came through and they talked about some things and he worked on the things that they talked about. I don't know that Keesha ever had a project plan or a type of workflow worksheet, how things were going to happen. Are you bringing in some subs? How many crews are going to be here? Maybe she asked those questions, but it would be interesting to know because she never articulated those, which makes me think that it didn't make dollars nor cents. Okay, are we following? So she made a mistake by buying a house that now she's struggling to make and live in ready. Well, yeah, but that's great TV. You know what I mean? Keisha really, I'm going to be honest, with this calamity show that's going on, why can you guys start to chime in down below? Why is she losing subscribers? Is it just too triggering for people to see this mess every day? Does it bother people? Because to me, this is entertainment. I mean, this could be the storyline. Let me look like it's fucked up, but at the end it's going to be like, ta-da! Do you think Brokesha, Kaylee, and Jeremy are blacklisted in Atlanta? Really? No one is fooling with them. The word is out that they about his and hers bogus dealings. Okay. So I guess who deals with them, but they're not part of like YouTube, any of the YouTubers that got anything going on. Is that what you're saying? So do you think the Curly Coopers had a talking to? Did the YouTube structure, um any of you guys who watch the Handmaid's Tale, did the eyes come out? Did the eyes of the YouTube streets come over to the Curly Cooper's house and tell them to keep their distance from the Postel Anderson home? Erica, hey boo. Let me see. I have anxiety and watching her makes me feel like I'm running out of time. I wouldn't be sleeping if I was Keisha. Girl, just having that notice, just having on the YouTube streets that there was a document signed in the county of Fulton with my name on it stating that I wasn't holding up to a contractual responsibility when I sell marketing classes and talk about being a bad bitch out here on the YouTube streets. That would make me feel away. My dining chairs, they said 5 months, but they came in 3. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna under promise and over deliver. They don't want y'all calling to the warehouse. They're tired of it. Um, now, now the multiple different floorings would be okay if that was what it was supposed to be. I've seen, I saw a bathroom on Pinterest, of course, and it went from marble to wood, and they had a herringbone. They did a diamond design. So instead of laying them square, they did them on the angle so it appeared diamondy, right? So diamond tile layout, and it led into a very nice, beautiful blonde wood herringbone. So as the diamonds kind of fell off of the marble, it went into a blonde herringbone design, and that is very intentional. The stark cutoff of we ran out of supplies, and this was the next thing available at the discount place, is what it appears. I don't know. Then she said a lie on poor Ray, the contractor, and said it was his idea for the glass stairs. Maybe he was just like, you know what? These people are so full of shit. Let me. Why are you asking the contractor who's not a designer? If you had Chip and Joanna over there, or you had Nadia over there, or you had some other decorator from the YouTube streets, there's plenty of people who do interior design and decor on YouTube who might have just wanted the credit, um, and or a nominal fee. But honestly, so someone said something that made me think. So you know how like people do their own wedding, right? But you have a day of coordinator, right? Right now, if I were Keesha, I would be calling someone like a Nadia Casanova to see if she has a day to come through with her pencil and a long sheet of paper to do a final run through, or a home inspector. You can call, so the same person that you would hire to do an inspection before you buy a house, you can actually hire them to do a end of construction inspection to make sure that everything is being seen. Keisha, if you're in the bushes, thank me later. You can hire a home inspector. It's not an official like city inspection. It's just a home inspector that you're paying for yourself, and they're checking everything, and they're going to create for you a punch list of things that still need to be done, and they're going to check and make sure that everything that you did do is done right. So when you have 100 guests in your house for um your damn housewarming, that the rings are sealed, that you don't have sewage all over your floors, because who's sitting their butt and pissing in every single toilet of 4 that you have? So everybody needs to go and pee pee and poo poo or go flush about 10 times in every single toilet, and run the water, run the showers, see what's going on, see an overload on the plumbing, because you're getting ready to have a bunch of house guests in the house, and those bathrooms are going to be used. Me personally, I would have put, and this is just me, I would have put the girls in the bathroom that does not have to be shared. Why? Because are you going to have a lot of overnight guests? Maybe not. Number two, um, anyone who uses the upstairs bathroom can go right into your kid's bathroom. Now, is that a bad thing? Well, if you're not going to have a bunch of overnight guests, who cares? It doesn't really matter. But to me, with little kids, the fewer doors possible, the better. And I don't know, it's a lot of doors up in there, and I just see doors being damaged. I mean, anybody who has kids, I mean, some kids are hard wearing on things, and I just see problemos. Okay. But that's, whatever. Yes, 5 months for a sectional, and it was the wrong size. Okay. Period. Do you have a yearly restoration hardware member? Is it worth it? I heard that it is. So according to Raven Elise, our friend that seems to come up all the time here on this program, Raven said it's about $100, and with the discount that you get, there's an immediate return. So you pay your $100, and I think it could be even 15, 20%, even if it's 10%, depending on what you order, you get your discount. So I don't know if you saw the episode of when Raven ordered her Balmain outdoor set. The return from the discount and the services, the upgraded services that you get from being a member, um, it's well worth it. So yes, I would say it's worth it. And if you're a regular RH shopper, so maybe you want the big mirror that everybody has or that it seems like everybody has, um, all of those things. If you any of you guys watch Karen Britchick, you know, she has thrifted, antique shopped, and restoration hardware shopped lots of things. She never has really mentioned the membership, but I can't imagine she doesn't have it, just for the reason of I think everybody's fully aware that the discount is real. Um Hilo Lux, she hasn't articulated it either, but she bought the cloud bed. So I would imagine for $100, and then I don't see how any salesperson in that store would not just automatically say, let's go ahead and get you the membership because I'm getting ready to save you a couple of $1,000, and you can just go ahead and take that out and buying a couple of lamps. You know what I mean? Or let's go ahead and get that dresser because everything that's on your list, we can go ahead and do. You pay this $100 and the discount is going to absorb all of that. So, but yeah, check out Raven's episode when she was just about finished with the pool, and she you know how Raven goes back in time. So she had already ordered all of the things, but all of the things were starting to show up and come when she put the whole entire like 1 hour episode together, um, and was getting ready to order. And that's when she dropped the mother load of the 5-figure digit total that she paid for, either on a credit card, black card, debit card, however she paid for it, it was paid for. And it seemed to be in the total of what Keesha paid Ray. Okay. The house is actually has good bones. I don't think she set her up. Some people just don't listen to guidance. Absolutely. Um, it was a complete, it's almost like a complete remodel, if you will. Let's see, where are we? Keisha being evicted is proof that she has run out of money. Well, yeah. I mean, if word on the street is correct and the documents are what they say that they are, because she hasn't come out to confirm anything, but based on the document, based on where this document is posted publicly, it would appear that unless there's a different Keisha Anderson out here. Now, I don't know a lot any of her information. So as far as being able to verify that that's the Keisha Anderson in question, of that of the residents mentioned, I would assume that the due diligence has been done, because I personally can't confirm that. And homegirl loves some legal action taken, not on the right things, but on the wrong things. She don't like anybody talking about her. But in the event that that is the case, that she is truly being evicted, and she's not paying rent, yeah, I mean that is confirmation, because homegirl did not pay rent according to that document for July. Okay, allegedly. Okay, Keisha, word on the street, and we have not heard your word from the street, is that girl, they've got you on the hook for July, which I would imagine if you can't pay July, then August must not have been paid. Okay. Okay. I remember Keisha calls everyone her friend, but that doesn't mean they're her friend. Absolutely. Let's see where else we are. LOL. Thank you again, sis, for coming forward and making it official. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Any of you guys who were members, are not members, and want to be members, go ahead and hit that join button. There is over 200 videos in the member archive that are not in, they're not anywhere else. So if that's something that you want to see, some of those videos that were on the streets or just member exclusives, feel free to jump on in, sis. Who's liable for the work? What warranty will they have? I don't know. Girl, these are good questions. Um, who's liable for the work? What warranty does she have? So many hands in the pot. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. If she has signed contracts for people to do this, that, and the third, then maybe they've got a 30-day satisfactory, satisfactory type clause or something. But that's why she needs a home inspector. I have a not that I'm referring this person because I'm not. But I used to work with a woman whose husband did inspections for people buying homes. But one thing that he did also do, he did do renovations as well. So if someone did get a renovation to their home, that was another service that he provided. He would go post construction or whatever, post finish of that project to basically scope and test it out, make sure it was done up to code, all of that. Because home inspectors that's a whole certified licensed position. So you're not a state employee, but you're doing it on behalf of the real estate company, the person who's hiring you. So it is an inspection that runs alongside of the banks, the mortgage company that will request an inspection. So the banks will request an inspection, and that may be the company that they hire, but you can hire your own inspector also. And you can hire your own inspector for whatever you want. It's not just when you're buying a home. You can have them come and give you a post reno um, punch list. Okay. And then they can hand it to the construction people or you. And then they can come back again. But that costs money. That might cost $500 to $1,000 to have someone come through for a day, crawl up in the attic, make sure the HVAC is good, make sure it's working, make sure it's testing. These are people who sometimes are retired builders, retired electricians, retired people who have general construction or general knowledge from whatever reason. They could be construction, they could be electricians, they could be home builders. They are equipped to be able to look top to bottom at many different things to be able to make the determinations along with the licensing process. So this is also a job that it takes a year. So it takes a year of training and also licensing. So it's not something that like, oh, let me just go be a home inspector. No, these are people who usually have been somewhere in the construction industry at some point in some way that are equipped to be able to do this job. So it's not just anybody. But yeah, she should hire a home inspector to come through there, especially if permits and licenses have not been pulled. I mean, it could be a damn fiasco up in there. Okay, a calamity. But like I said, guys, I know that all of you are looking out for the best for Keesha, but Keesha doesn't appreciate your concern at all. She doesn't. She takes it as a threat and as trolling. So me, as not being a troll and or trolling, I'm just enjoying her content as entertainment. And the calamities and the oh shits and the problems to me are just a storyline. And the fact that she's going through it, that's all her business. I hate to say it like this. I don't care. I could see changing a toilet in a tub if it was pink. Girl, absolutely, double star diva. You're being very practical and absolutely. She should have never started a demo without a plan created by an architect. Without it, how would look? What's the famous expression? How can you get somewhere if you don't have a map, right? That's why even in the Bible it says make your plans, your intentions, your hopes and dreams, make it plain, write it on paper, right? That's Bible. That's girl, that's day 1. That's foundational, right? You get what you pay for, get references, budgets. She did get a reference, but I think she jumped the gun, or she was quick to hand out that key. Somebody thought she had a couple of nickels to rub together. Homegirl had just sold all that karma, those karma books. And she also, she had those money grabs on the YouTube streets. So homegirl had the cash. And that was that on that. Um uh, she's still baffled. I'm not. Me personally, I'm like, girl, girl. What did we expect? Hey, Champagne. Is Champagne here? I see someone saying Champagne. Champagne taste on a beer budget. Champagne, if you're in the bushes, hey, boo boo. Let's keep going. Guys, let's listen to this. I guess we're not going to react to the video today because we're kind of going through comments, which I like this very much. So I hope that you're enjoying this. We can go through the video, give her some more time to get her revenue so she doesn't think I'm trying to interrupt her thing. But Mr. Jeremy had something posted yesterday, and let's listen to it because the man was making some sense, okay? And this is very true. So I'm going to let y'all listen, and then we're going to come back around, okay?
That I don't like about you. It's not going to change. So it's going to always be there. Either I'm going to leave or deal with it. I'm not telling you to just accept shit. You have a choice. Every woman has a choice. Every man has a choice. If it's something about that person you don't like, you can leave. If it's something about this person you don't like, you can leave. They're going to be who they're going to be, either in your face or out of your face. They're going to be who they're going to be. They still feel like that, and you still feeling like you ain't getting what you want. So it's still some bullshit until you get what you want. The worst thing in the world is feelings. It's a blessing, but that's the worst thing we got. That's the worst gift we got. And you're not going to be totally 100% happy with no one. You got time for that, man. 2022. Who got time to be trying to figure out why a motherfucker done? The niggas got bills to pay. Who got time to be doing that? You need to go see a counselor. Because whatever you said to me, you better mean it. You gotta voice concerns. You can't feel like a nigga gonna get it. Wake up and be who? I ain't never been that person. The fuck I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and start flying airplane? I'm already me. So they good for me. What I'm doing, you just complain. It's natural. It ain't gonna get through to me. It's like a challenge now. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get the perfect nigga is the challenge to the one. The perfect nigga. Instead of loving this nigga for who he is. Whatever it is that I don't like about you.
Okay. Did you guys hear that, or do you all need to hear that again? So Jeremy posted that reel, and it was real interesting because look, people post subliminals. People just post something that makes them feel away. Now, I don't know that he was posting that for Keesha. We don't know who he was posting that for. He might have been posting it for himself to remind himself to be who he is and stay like, I'm just going to keep it 100. But at the end of the day, to me, not saying that people have to change, but there are those people that come into your life every now and again that make you want to be your best self. Does that make sense to anyone? Does that resonate with anyone? It's not about changing. It's about cleaning up your shit. It's about the days in your 20s that maybe you used to be sloppy ass drunk in the club with your friends. But that's what single girls can do, right? But when you meet that guy that makes you like, you know what, ladies, let's go for brunch on Sunday because I'm going out with my boo tonight. And also just cleaning up your act, not spend irresponsibly, all of those things, the things that when you meet someone that is so awesome that you're like, I'm getting ready to straighten my ass right on up. Okay. Because to think that someone is going to love on you not at your best self is scary, especially if you really have a stake in wanting to keep them. Now, I'm saying that to say this. Is it a requirement for you to change who you are? No. However, I think to the flip side of that is, yeah, I'm good how I am. I'm not changing. I don't want to be better. I think I'm flawless. And if you don't love it, leave it. Now, that works, and it also doesn't work. It's the difference between internal self-work and just kind of external, I'm fine the way I am, because everybody knows we don't become like, we're always becoming, right? We're always becoming. There's always opportunity. Every day we're not the same person, and every day we improve. You know, we learn more, we do more, we have more wisdom, we see things through other people's eyes. We become parents, we become more considerate. You know, lots of things happen in our lives to push us and mold us to want to be different forms of ourselves, right? And so we don't know why Jeremy posted that. Is it Keisha's quest to make him into the perfect guy? Or is it love me as I am? I'm not perfect. I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm not a construction guy. I'm not I'm not going to have a job downtown. I'm not going to do what you asked me to do. So take me as I am. It just amazes me that if he is that way, he is not motivated to be a better self for the girls and for the woman that he lives with and says that he loves. I don't know. I mean, are these two both making concessions to be with each other, or is it just kind of like, I'm annoying, I'm going to turn crumbs into bricks all the time, and I'm just going to ignore the fuck out of you because I know that you're not willing to let me go, period. Either one of them, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a stronghold out for each other. I don't know, but it was interesting, and I got it numerous times in my inbox yesterday, people calling that out to my attention, that he had posted that. um I don't know. I mean, the only person who can account for why Jeremy posted that is Jeremy. And the man made perfectly good sense. If you hadn't heard it in full, I shared it on my Instagram. So you're welcome to go and see it. I'll share it again because I think I shared it as a story, but I will share it as a reel. So you guys can have that. Hey, Haitian Beauty. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm way behind in the comments, guys. I'm at like 8:15. So I'm like 15 minutes behind you guys. So I'm slowly catching up. So I'm just going to highlight stuff, honestly, like anxiety in case life would put me, her chaos of a life would put me in more therapy hours. Absolutely. Let's see. She made it seem like she had money. Maybe she did at the time. Maybe cash was flowing. See, when you work for yourself, cash flow is a funny thing. Unless you have a very stable stream of income, YouTube is fickle. If people don't watch your shit that month, and people, like for instance, we talked about Love by Erica. Love by Erica ran that series where she went damn ham for about 12 days posting on her baby father, her ex old man, like, a couple of her baby fathers, and the Creole Bay, right? And she got hella views that maybe she gets but doesn't always get, but she did well for that month, right? And she got an over $11,000 payday in June, right? When she had her baby. Now, is that her paycheck on a regular? Only she can answer that. But if you look at the views, her watch, her video lengths, and what potentially the watch hours are, like, we can only speculate. But of course, she's not running a series every single month. If Love by Erica, just imagine if Love by Erica made $11,000 for 12 days of videos. Just imagine with the Prince family when they drop a video and get 1 million views in 3 days. Just imagine the people that get 3 and 4 times the views, 100, 200,000 views in a couple of days or within the month. And, she got, 30, 40, 50,000 views, which, is great. She did very well for herself and made $11,000. I mean, there's people out here who could be making over $100,000 a month. Look at Raven. Raven has amazing views. Her videos are damn near an hour long all the time. There's a lot of people like that who are making a lot of money. Now, let's think of it this way. You're doing Keyvember, you're doing December, and then you slump off, stop posting, you're not posting as much, you reduce your posting schedule, you go from every day to 3, 4, 5 days, your videos are a little bit longer, but people, and then now they're back to about the same. Like, who knows what her checks are, but her checks may not be the same. Mr. Ray, so no, friend, Mr. Ray isn't over there. Yes, those are, yes, Mr. Tommy and company, and just whoever was on the corners. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Mr. Ray's gone. Um, the calamity of it all. Yes, well, some of you may remember she said in her own words, I practiced calamity. Girl, she is damn Calamity Jane over there, okay? All right. That is a whole damn like I said, it might be a storyline, but even whether it's a storyline for her or not, it's a storyline for us. Because guess what? We don't have to live in it, and we certainly not paying for it. But what I'm gonna say is this: we are supporting it because every time I talk about it, it feeds the algorithm and it's bringing her some views. Okay, so don't come play with me over here. I think her channel is boring and it's lost its fire, and I truly believe it's all in connections, because honestly, before Jeremy was actually interesting, before Jeremy was actually interesting to watch, she changed, but not for the better. Yet maybe she changed as far as becoming a mother and taking herself a little bit more seriously. Sometimes we shouldn't take ourselves so seriously. Sometimes we just need to take ourselves for who we are. And if we're cut up, if we're silly, if we're thrifty, if we're whatever, stop trying to be who the streets say you should be and be yourself. Okay, that's number one, right? Which kind of goes back to the sentiment of that audio that I played. But let me play you another one that I shared on Instagram this morning as well. This may or may not be your favorite rapper. I do not know, but we're just going to play it because I think it's very interesting. Where is it? Okay, we're not going. We've already played that one. It's that one is posted. Ooh.
A lot of times people give with an agenda of getting a specific thing back from that specific person. You can't control anyone. You can't say, hey, I gave you these things, you owe me this back. You have to
25 gifts.
and know that your blessings will be tenfold, period. And your blessings might not come directly from the person that you gave to. A lot of times people give with an agenda of getting a specific thing back from that specific person. You can't control anyone. You can't say, hey, I gave you these things, you owe me this back. You have to give and know that your blessings will be tenfold, period. And your blessings might not come directly from the person that you gave to. A lot of times.
Okay. So I don't know. I mean, we know that there's some sort of money bond with these two. Obviously, maybe some sort of a trauma bond. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't say that. But at the end of the day, there is a money type of exchange that goes on with these two. And I think Keesha gives and she expects to get. We've seen that on the YouTube streets. She may give something. We've heard of people say that she has paid for certain things. We've heard people say that she has, she has struck channels where maybe she did not even have a copyright. So she's done bogus copyright claims, and then pretend to be in a position to give people channels back by dropping copyright complaints when all the person really needed to do was appeal it. That if they had the proper disclaimers and made the proper had the proper disclaimers in their description box and throughout their program, that they could exercise the law of the Copyright Act and claim fair use to be able to do commentary and critique on said media. So I think Keesha comes from a place where she thinks she's very powerful in some of the things and her money, and she thinks that it's going to give her favor when it doesn't. And I think she also thinks it's going to keep her man, which it's not. You know what I'm saying? We already know this. Let's see. I feel like members only adult trip contributed to some of the loss of members. Interesting. Any event in Atlanta that concerns content creators, yeah, we never see her. Because you know what? She's not going to film it right anyway. When brands give you something, the reason why they want you to send them the videos and the photographs before, because they want to see how you're going to represent their brand. You know what I'm saying? Now, I haven't done the most brand work of anybody, but what I can tell you is this: when I have done a couple of the things that I've done, you have to send the picture. You have to send the Instagram post. They want to see it before you post it, how you lay it out. They want to see the video. They want to be able to approve it. Okay? Because they want to know what you're going to do with their brand. Keisha's filming is fugazi as fuck. Keisha needs to film for a flooring company. That's who needs to sponsor Keisha. Floors. Keisha needs to do a brand deal for motion sickness. Keisha needs to do a brand deal for Tylenol. Okay? She needs to do a brand deal for anxiety medication. She gives people vertigo, anxiety, and all kinds of things. The Curly Coopers built a lovely home from the ground up. That's what I heard. But I don't think she has Curly Cooper views and subscribership. Um, and Mr. Curly Cooper loves that lady. Okay. Why would you listen to a contractor about design? You should not, unless your construction person is who's that guy? The Jeff from Bravo, Jeff, who had the remodeling show with his the guy who didn't that wasn't his lover for a minute? The man, I forgot what his name, Wesson, something like that. They get have a baby together and everything. Um, the guy Jeff from Bravo who had he was kind of an architect and general contractor. He could do everything. He would come in, he had his design crew and his decorator squad. But he was the visionary and he did lots of different things. But that's why he had a TV show on Bravo, because he's talented. Some people have that natural ability and have also grown up in construction. And so they have the construction, they have the design element, and then they also have decorating. Um, Everybody doesn't possess that. And if they do, it's going to cost you. Okay. You need money to hire people, period. And people who are hiring people like that also are current on their bills. Okay. No one, especially with perks in. Okay, that was bad news. Okay. Let's see. Would be a fool to come in that construction war zone. I just, I know we talked about goggles, but what about even face masks? When you are using sanding, do you not know that those wood particles are going into your lungs? Most of these guys are wearing masks, and when they are sanding down the drywall, wood, paint. Paint can have lead in it, which I know there's lead-free paint and things like that. But there are chemicals in these things. Not to mention, at the time, today there's lead-free paint, but when the house was painted 20, 25 years ago, however old those cabinets are, you don't know what kind of paint they used. Okay? If that was done, isn't up to code? If what was done isn't up to code, girl, it sure will, especially plumbing and sewage and all of those things, gas lines. That's why I say home inspector. If Keesha all of a sudden says she has a home inspector, her own inspector coming through, Keesha, thank me later. And it's let me just make sure you can see it's $ BougieGang. You can go ahead and just give me what you feel like it's worth, like still having a roof and not having like a an explosion in your kitchen. Just send me what it was worth. You can call a home inspector and hire them for yourself and have them come through and make you a punch list. Okay. I can't even believe a person with no knowledge on home renovations decided to Google her way through. It's not even Google her way through home decor. Google her way through a home reno and not have a plan. It should have been broken down like, okay, they're working on bathrooms this week. Okay, all of my supplies are in. Where are the mirrors? Did you guys notice? Did you guys see any mirrors? And of course, that's something that can be done last. And clearly, it doesn't seem like they have stock of anything. Maybe everything is stocked down in the basement. If it was, though, why would Jeremy have a toilet in his car or in the car? Why is everything not staged as it's needed in the garage? Oh, is the garage full because you've already moved everything out of that ratchet apartment into the garage? Yeah, I bet you that garage is empty. Yeah, them to have showers and sinks and use a thermal gun detector in the walls. Yes, absolutely. Like it look, I'm not going to give any more free advice because, I'm just not, but that's my one bit of advice today. Keep up the great work, Keesha. You're doing amazing. Absolutely. Yes. Keep it up, sis. We're watching, we're pointing, we're laughing, and we're discussing. Because, at the end of the day, this is a teaching moment for a lot of people. There have been people up in the chat who've said, this is exactly what I'm not going to do. And that is helpful, right? That's helpful information. She deserves whatever she gets. She's been so conniving. Okay. First thing that should have been done was the bat. Though, girl, say it one more time, moving in silence. Stop coming in here making it make sense. Girl, she's trying to make it make dollars and cents. Stop it, girl. We're just it's over here. It's fantasy reno over here. I don't understand why housewarming parties has because they need. She probably wants a KitchenAid. She wants to be a proper housewife. If you want to be a proper housewife, become a wife, okay? Girl, if you think housewarming gifts are good, wait till you get the wedding gifts, okay? She wants those sponsors. She wants to be able to turn it into a YouTube studio, okay? She wants to live out wait, hold on, let me move this. I had this up before, but I didn't show it. Living Renovations starring Jeremy and Keesha on horseback. Oh God. Love and Renovations with the toilet. Where's the money, sis? Where's the money? Guys, go ahead, hit the like button for me. Okay, we're trying to make it make sense this morning. We're back to $4.99. We are back to $4.99. The Lovebirds. You know this is an old picture. Number one, look at Jeremy's hair. Number two, look at those iPod ears. Okay, look at the ear pods, AirPods. I forget what we call them. Girl, it looks like golf tees. It looks like he took a tee out of the ground at the golf course and stuck it right in his ear. Okay, which thank God they don't make those anymore. But yeah, where's the money, sis? Rent, reno, mortgage, girl. Okay. Okay. We are addressing what needs to be addressed today. Okay. Was it all cap for clicks? I mean, at the end of the day, the bottom line is homegirl is in a pickle. Okay. Homegirl's in a pickle. Are they going to have to stay in a van when the sheriff comes through and says, ma'am, it's time to go? If that happens, we don't know, but that's the word on the streets. Okay. That was the breaking news the other day that a paper was filed in the county of Fulton. Okay. She's in survival mode. Hello. Hey, Facebook. What's going on? Okay. She's in survival. Guys, I had to fall into the chat and get a little bit more current, but we'll go back. I'll read through all of this and try to answer some of your questions. Okay. He'll never marry her. It's, it is a little bit of why buy the cow if you can get it for free scenario. And if someone feels a little too constricted by the relationship, they may or may not give you look, if someone feels if a man even or a woman feels powerless in a relationship, they are less likely to sacrifice for the other person in love, okay? Um in you know, i- they want to have a stronghold because that stronghold is maybe what you feel like is your bargaining chip, okay? Jeremy doesn't seem to bring a lot to the table. He brings that sausage and he brings those seeds to make those babies, okay? He also brings I've got a man. Jeremy has a woman who appears to accept him as he is, but really doesn't. Based on what he posted on Instagram, which may or may not have been related to him, but whether he says it was or not, at the end of the day, if he feels like he has to be someone that he's not, and I need for you to accept me for who I am, I'm not interested in, it's like telling someone who's 500 pounds that they could be happier and healthier at 150. If they feel like they are happy at 500, they enjoy drinking a liter of Pepsi every day, They don't want to exercise. They don't want to eat right. They love being constipated. They love being bloated. They love having awful numbers. They love going back and forth to the hospital. They think that they are fat acceptance. They think that they are just awesome and perfect and wonderful just the way they are. And there's nothing that can improve their lifestyle other than another loaf of bread. You can't make them seem different. If you love that person, according to them, you're going to love me the way I am. Some people are going to say, I'm going to have to walk away because I don't want to see you kill yourself, right? Now, if he feels like, you know, I'm a OG, I'm a G, I love the streets, Jeremy's for the streets. If that's how he feels and he's like, I'm not gonna change, I'm not ready to be suburban dad, I'm not Mr. Bougie for Buckhead. I do like designer, but I'm for the streets. I'm a rapper. I want to go on tour. I'm not really falling into this suburban dad lifestyle that you're trying to fit me into. She's gonna have to love it or list it, right? Love it or list it. That's it. Keesha is annoying. Keesha doesn't let anything go. Is he going to love it or list it? You know what I mean? I think they're both making concessions here. Keesha, to me, in my opinion, what I see in this relationship, she's quite annoying. She doesn't know how to, in French, fermer la bouche. Okay? She doesn't know how to shut her mouth. She talks a lot. Okay? So they're both making concessions. He's dealing with her and she's dealing with him. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is this: when someone decides that they don't want to deal with you anymore, they're going to be out. Instead of accepting someone in unconditional love, you're dealing with someone. That's not unconditional love. That's dealing with somebody. Hold on just a second for me, guys. Okay, guys. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of unconditional love going on. It's more making concessions and dealing with. Has he ever had a job? I don't know. According to Keisha, she says that he has a job and he works really hard and he works every day. I don't know what that means, girl. I have no idea. Um, at some point, Jeremy can't be at fault. No, look, if you decide to pick up a guy, if you decide to fall in love with the clown at the Universal Circus, right? Or you decide to fall in love with the guy who is short stature, right? But you don't normally deal with short guys. The guy who is the second man to the ringleader at any. I'm sure everyone's been to Universal Circus. If you decide to fall in love with a guy who's short, can you wake up one day and be mad because he's not tall, or do you have to be mad with yourself because that's what you accepted? This is all I'm trying to say, guys. You got to kind of accept who you're with. And if they can change something about themselves because that's what they want to do or that's the evolution, then wonderful. But some people are going to be who they are consistently and faithfully, okay? And if Jeremy wants him to be, suburban dad, and that's not what he's giving, it's going to be too bad. And if Jeremy wants a woman who's going to be less aggressive, more ladylike, not ratchet, not mouthy, not a complainer, not not all the things, then he needs to find that. Because Keisha is not going to ever let things go. Keisha is focused right now on what she's focused on. But once things quiet down and calm down, Keisha is going to be right back to trying to retell her winning storyline, which is her and Jeremy and when they got together and all of the shenanigans and this, that, and the third, all of the things. It's gonna come right back. Right now, the house and Camel Toe Road is the storyline because she doesn't want the storyline to be that her finances and her marketing classes and the fact that there's paperwork in her name stating that she did not pay her July rent. Because honestly, if that were the case, I would have imagined she would have been live right now talking about there's somebody named Keesha Anderson here in Atlanta who is not me, who is being evicted and is not me. So I'm gonna need for y'all to stop talking my business, because little do you know, it's not my business. And da 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 da. But we haven't heard a word. And I'm sure that the powers that be have dropped all kinds of DMs and texts and everything to let her know what's going on. And she's not talking about it because she probably don't want to talk about it. All of a sudden people will start, oh, I don't know, girl, leave them kids alone. She needs a class on femininity. She needs to look into herself and just be a woman. That's what she needs to do. Stop trying to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like let your I am sure that she is feeling some type of way today, seeing Jeremy with those tools and running around and being engaged and managing and trying to help manage what is going on with his household. Because at the end of the day, there's a whole woman out here that is relying on you to help her get into a house that your name is on, according to her. And she says that they bought the house together. Let him, instead of running and making all of these phone calls and talking, why don't you take the girls and take them to go to McDonald's and whatever, and leave him there with the construction people? And when he calls, say, I don't know, you make the decision. Let the man, why don't you ease him into taking some responsibility for what he's not taking responsibility for? Because all we've seen, the whole storyline has been you. Now, if all of a sudden she puts up a video and Jeremy's been there the whole time masterminding this whole thing, what happened to the budget, sis? Because somewhere back in July, when a bill was supposed to be paid called rent, a word on the street is that it was not. Okay. Anyway, guys, we could talk about this all day. Make sure to bubble your comments down below, your questions, what we failed to talk about, what I forgot, what we didn't mention, what you didn't hear, any of those things, and we will talk about it. But at the end of the day, I think Keisha's trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. She's got a guy here he's there. But at the end of the day, this is someone who's relying on you for, to do everything. And if that's not what you want to do, you're going to be very disappointed. And like I said, when you are in a position, I'm telling you guys, if you are settling and you are dealing with someone, make no mistake, they are dealing with you too. If you two are dealing with each other, you are dealing with each other. And when they get tired of dealing with you, either or, it's going to be a wrap, because there's no love. There might be there might be sex, there might be horny, there might be all of those things. But when that feeling of dealing is gone, girl, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. You're going to find yourself by yourself. Stop investing in people who are not investing in you. It's a waste of your time. Okay? So if I were her, I would let Jeremy make those phone calls. I would let him handle the business. I would let him do everything, because that's his job as the man of the house. Not to mention, yes, it's her job too, but haven't you done enough? Haven't you done enough? Sis, aren't you tired yet? Girl, them track shoes that you had on the other day were beat the hell up. You've been running here, running there, running everywhere. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Please hit the like button. Thank you.
Roundy. Hey, love is everything.
The boy is mine.
cry on. If that's a fact, then I'll be more than you ever could dream of. If all you need is something that I can guarantee you. Oh, yeah. I really want to tell you more if I could be the kind of girl that we would be glad for. 'Cause the kind of girl that we would be glad for. 'Cause the kind of girl that we would be glad for.
Walk it like I talk it. 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 You walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it.